Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to our full BZ Plus playthrough. We are working our way towards space science, and I was taking a look into the deep core mining because we're going to need a lot of coal and stone, and there's not any massive patches nearby. I mean, there's some decent sized ones, but that's not all that big. And unfortunately, you can't immediately go towards these deep core mining drills because you need the patches first. And you only get the patches by mining the regular way. And so you kind of have to do 2 phases for each patch. And so I was thinking, well, I could just skip straight to these deep core chunks. But the problem with that is there's a really weird balance on deep core chunks. So hear me out. Right, you can get these deep core chunks which kind of go towards all ores, right? And there's the combo method where you kind of turn it into all of them, and that's the most efficient. Of course, you would prioritize all of those. And then there's the non-combo methods, which essentially just waste a ton, but then you don't have to worry about overflow issues or backup issues. But here's the weird part. The balance is very strange, and I wonder if it's meant to be more accurate in terms of minerals on the planet than it is meant to be good game balance. Here's why. In terms of things you use, like we use a bunch of iron, we use a bunch of copper, we use a bunch of graphite, we use a bunch of coal and stone, right? And then everything else is lower than that. But check out the things we get the most of. We get 22 zircon compared to 7 graphite, and you get 7 diamonds, so you get just as much diamond as graphite, which is bonkers to me. Aluminum you use a medium amount of. Tin you don't use anywhere near that much of. Iron, that's good that's high, and copper's high, so those two make sense. But coal, look at this, you only get 4 coal chunks if you go direct from deep core chunks, deep ore, I'll call it. If you go directly from deep ore to coal, you need 25 per. Whereas if you go from deep ore to diamond, you only need about, 16 or 17 per. 15. And so it's really weird to me that was aluminum, but diamond's the same. It's really weird to me that diamonds are cheaper than coal when using deep ore. Like, coal is the most expensive one out of all of them, if you don't count uranium. And so actually getting coal with this method is really bad. Same with stone. Stone you only get 5. So the balance on this feels very strange to me. I would have thought that these ratios would be more in line with kind of how expensive that material is. For example, titanium, in this case, is cheaper than coal and stone. Whereas normally titanium is like way harder to get, right? You have to mine it with lubricant. It mines way slower. But in this version, like in this late game way to get it, it's actually easier than coal. So that feels very strange to me. I'm not sure if that's all kind of thought out in particular to be that way. But let's go check out... I forgot to bring mining drones. I forgot they're used as fuel. I want to see how fast it goes. It says 25 a second. We're going to test that out. And... yeah, Dave, that's definitely possible. It just is strange to me that iron and copper are so high, because that feels like it's meant to reflect, like, hey, you need a lot of these things, but then the other things you need a lot of aren't high, comparatively. But yeah, I mean, mining coal that way is actually going to be pretty difficult, because the ratio is really bad. I'm curious to see also how much one of these gets me. Like, one mining drone gets me how many deep ore chunks. Get out of here. Running in front of all the trains, bad idea. Wouldn't recommend. 0 out of 10, bad idea. So yeah, I mean, in the late game I was thinking I would just have a million of these deep ore miners, but I'm less keen on that idea now that I'm seeing the most common things I need, or at least a couple of the common things I need, won't actually... oh, I just dropped it. We'll put it in there. Okay. So it takes forever to actually mine. Where'd they go? Seriously, where are they? Also, that says it only takes 10 megawatts. Didn't I change it? I thought I changed it to take way more. Because what? These take 40. Oh, it does take way more. Okay. Like 280. Okay, but that gave us 877 for our trouble. So not a bad number. Let's do some quick math. 877 divided by 1.3 doesn't work out nicely, does it? Bonus production 35%. What? Where's that random 5% coming from? There's all sorts of strange things happening here. So 650. Wait a second. But 650 is already... Well, it's 25 divided by what? Or divided by 25. 26 seconds. I'd have to put a bunch in there to kind of measure it over time. But it does look like we are getting... How many of these drills did I put in? I put in 5, and we mined 1.2 times. And those should last 12 seconds each. So 60 seconds is 1.2 times. So 50 seconds to mine that amount. So 877 divided by 50. So that's telling me we're going to get closer to 17 and a half a second? Curious. Well, let's do this. We have enough to test it for at least a minute or two. So I'll just throw all these in. Power is fine, so that's not an issue. Oh, yeah, Dave, you're right. That's just the current progress. My bad. So it should be when it finishes the 40... When it finishes this one is right around the time this finishes. Okay, not exactly, but close. And that was 1,000 that time. So it's not the same amount. There's some sort of randomness to it. Very interesting. I wonder how that's all calculated. But either way, the amount or chunk is about 1,000 a minute-ish. Maybe a little more. So what's that time period? 36... Okay, we'll wait until that other... So it's about 40 seconds for 1,000. Oh wait, it just popped another one? What the heck? Oh, that was the productivity. So if we get 1,000... every 40 seconds, but with... That's not counting the productivity. Why did I think the productivity was factored into this amount? That was very incorrect. Sorry, it's one extra, like, dumping every time that bar fills. So that was completely wrong. Ignore that part of what I did. But it does look like it fires off every 40 seconds. So 40 seconds for 1300 ish. Somewhere in the realm of like 30 a second. That actually is exactly right, because that works out with my productivity number. So it averages out to 1,000 every 40 seconds. So 25 a second is correct. Alright, good to know. It's telling me the truth. So 30 a second on deep core ore chunks is like 1 a second on... It's only 8 coal a second. This whole thing, if I were to turn it directly into coal, would only be mining 8 coal a second. So, definitely not the best way to get coal. It's useful if I'm doing more of the, you know, the diversifying of things. But that's going to be a lot of setting up of infrastructure, because we're going to essentially have to change everything into chunks. And then we're still going to have to mine regular patches to get regular chunks. It's all very confusing. Anyway, I need more stone, is the summary of all of that detour. So, also, because we're going to need a lot of them, what all goes into those deep core mining drones again? Diamond, tungsten, red circuit, flying robot frame, and electric mining drill. They're not exactly cheap. Interesting. So, and we need 4 of those to get how many of the chunks? Well, we need about 4 of them to get about 1,000 chunks. So each one of these produces somewhere around 300 chunks of the ore pieces, which should more than pay for itself. I don't think that's going to be an issue, especially when you factor in productivity of all the things. But, yeah. Okay. Well, we need stone, and we're going to go find another place for it. There's some. Very small patch. Is there a bigger one? It's a surprising lack of stone. There's a medium-sized patch down there, but that's a really long way to connect the trains to. I keep saying things I think are stone, but it's aluminum. I mean, honestly, that one's the next best one I've got. Oh, there's one to the west, too. We'll start with that one. Okay, I do need some more rails. And I'm going to get rid of my magnetic pipes, because that's not something I'm building right now. I've also got a bunch of bots from all the deconstructing of roboports. I don't need a power switch. I don't need a graphene. And I think we can clean up some other things. We are going to do 100 mining drills. And I don't know if those are actually being put in a provider chest. Let's go check that. Where are they again? Hello? Where did I put Mr. Oh, they're actually over for the little drones. Wherever those are. When I did moho mines. Is that here? Oh yeah, I'm literally standing on it. Okay, there we go. Alright, that'll do it. Okay, speed that up a bit. That'll be fine. Okay, so there we go. Plenty of mining drills. belts are a bit iffy. Where are they? I'm gonna go to 800. And then rails go up to 1,000. I'm not sure if I actually have a provider chest. I think all of that might just be from storage, from getting rid of them from time to time. Let me check. No, that is a provider. Okay. Cool. So we'll let them bring me things. Here they come. Ooh, that was a fun little star shape. Looks like that's most of the things we ordered. And I will need train stops, signals. Oh, and strong boxes. Okay. I do... Gosh, I'm really torn on the, do I want to revamp all of my ore stuff? But I don't think I do right now. It's not quite time for that. And those deep core things are really expensive in terms of power. I'm trying to click on the power pole. They average out to what looks like 260 megawatts. Or something like that. 260, 280, 290 a piece. So I could only run like 4 of them right now. Interesting. Though, wouldn't running 4 of them basically be enough for like all my materials? It might be. Those things are powerful. Because if I'm doing the dispersed one, where it gives me the different types. I'm gonna make a car. I should grab some solid fuel. Or actually some rocket fuel. Do I have any rocket fuel? Of course I don't. That would have been nice. I guess we have 100 speed modules to distribute, so that's kind of good. That's the equivalent of... What is that the equivalent of? Well, 100 times 0.3 is 30, so that's the equivalent of 30 more miners. Okay, let the nanobots do the work on this one. Oh, I need power. Hold on. I really need that vehicle snapping mod. I don't know why I uninstalled it. Or I need blueprints for my rails. But we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants this time. Wow, this is not a big stone patch. Yikes. What do we got? 20 a second. Not great. How about now? 37. That's better. We are a little bit overdone. I think here is where we want to balance 4, 2, and those 2 match with those 2. So, okay. I think that's good. And then... We want the station. Did I even make a blueprint for that? I don't think I did. This is all very scientific. Okay, and these load like so. Upgrade all the things. That should do it. And this is stone ore load. Later we'll rename them to stone chunk load. Northwest. Okay. And so once that's all mined out, we'll switch it over to chunks and rename it to chunks. And yeah, I mean, I probably should be doing the thing where I measure the amount. You know, if I were to really, I don't know how far we're going to get in this save, but if we were going to really keep going, I'd want to measure the total and then essentially connect it. And what can you do? You can enable, disable, and we would only enable it if stone is greater than, what's a train full? 2,000? I think. So if stone is greater than 4,000. And so then the trains that want to pick up stone, we name them all the same thing, and it will just go to, I don't know how it picks, if it picks the closest. If there's multiple enabled stations, I don't actually know the logic of that, but then it would grab at least one of them that's full with a full train load and then come back. So that's a far better method. And then this needs a chain and a regular. You think closest? Okay, yeah, that would make sense. I mean, it goes to the closest station matching the name that is enabled. And where did my... Here it is. Okay, so that should be good. And what about coal? Given that there's 2 patches here, I think I'm gonna meander on up there. Do I need more resources? I do. I'm gonna need more speed modules as well as some more drills, I think. Maybe not more drills. Oh my gosh. I'm drunk driving right here. Yeah, I could, it'll be a long project, but setting up those deep core chunks is really going to, like the deep ore. That'll basically make all my other ore mining need so much less. And even when it gets stalled out, that means you've got enough of at least one thing, and then you can just you can singularly produce the other ones that you need from the remaining deep ore chunks. I guess it would be kind of annoying, though, because it's always going to get stuck on, like, one thing, right? It's going to get stuck on diamonds, probably, because the amount of diamonds they give you... Or, no, I guess this one's actually a little better. This is going to get stuck on tin, probably, tungsten, or zircon, if I had to guess. And you're not going to have enough iron, copper, coal, stone, titanium... And, you know, because it's going to get stuck on, like, tungsten or lead or something, because you don't use a ton of those, comparatively. And then you're not going to have enough of the rest. So it at least gives you something, but you're going to spend most of your deep ore chunks doing these individual ones. To just fill out the rest. So only some percentage is going to be used. What am I doing? Speed modules. Okay, we'll let you guys deliver before I go running away. And then I'm gonna grab more, because I don't know if 100 is gonna be enough. So, speaking of modules, let these begin building up a bit more. And where did the car go? Oh my gosh, look at the car graveyard here. There's just 4 of them sitting. That's hilarious. Well, you know, the nice thing about 4 cars is you are more likely to have one where you need one. Alright, so we're gonna get some coal ore as well. And this is all just for silicon right now. All just for silicon. Alright, I do want to... No, I don't need a pass-by. I think I should add a... I already have a pass-by right there. I should maybe add another one, but I think I might be okay. Because it'll wait at the fork. Okay, that's probably good right there, and then we'll do a straight line for loading. And then... yeah, I will just copy... copy these things with a little blueprint and call that a day. Cat gifts are best gifts. But yeah, the gift itself is usually not the lucky thing. But you're the lucky one, that your cat gifted you with such a wonderful present that you wanted so badly. Alright, this is a tiny flippin' coal patch. Disrespectfully small. To be fair, I did ask for this when I made the game settings, so I can't really complain. Though I do think I should have done stone and coal bigger than the other ones, because I think in vanilla they default to being smaller. Alright, what's that? That's 43. I mean, that's not bad. But we're gonna tap into this one too, since we can. Alright. Okay, this should provide 45 a second for a while. And now we need to load all that. Okay. Train stop. Scroll through. There it is. Of course, that's in the way. Okay. And now this is going to be called coal load, coal or load northwest. I guess if I end up naming them all the same thing, I'm going to have to take off the northwest part. And then signals. It's always a chain out. Regular in at the exact same square. And that should do it. Okay, so now I just need the receiving stations by my rocket science. Oh, and I need signals here. So this way, you know, as soon as a train goes past to the stone, the other one can go up to get coal. So it's just this stretch right here that not more than one train can occupy. The other nice thing is once space science is flowing, we can do more mining productivity upgrades, and those will have a pretty large impact on my chunk input. Missing repair packs. Are you now? Okay, so now what we need is this. I'm going to handcraft some termites. Excuse me. Okay. So, I guess I need 2 trains. I was trying to think if there's a way I could do it with 1 train. I don't really think there is. With some circuit conditions, I could probably make it work. But I don't know if I want to deal with all that. So we'll just do 2 trains, just kind of like we did before. 1 for stone, 1 for coal. 2 train stops. I will need more engines. We'll slow down on the nano termites. Nanomites? Thermobots? Alright, I will need 4 wagons. Am I requesting the alloy? Yes. Okay, so there's 4 wagons. And then 4 locos. We are requesting engines. There we go. 1 and 2. Okay, that should do it. Make some more strong boxes. Oakley dokley. So, train stops first. Check, check. Unloading into strong boxes. These stack inserters are plenty fast. I don't really need 2 layers. And then I really just don't care. It's balanced on the way in. We can balance it on the way out. That will be really close to count perfect balancing. And it would take an insanely long time for it to matter. And we won't let the train go until it's empty. So it won't even really matter because it'll always empty out eventually anyway. The only way it would matter is if somehow one side was getting... Oh, the fuel. Ah. Blast. Blast it all. We don't have fuel up there. Well, we have rocket fuel. Hold on. Hold the phone. We have all kinds of fuel right here. Beautiful creature. Okay. Yeah, let's have rocket fuel. Split off. Don't have fuel. What am I talking about? We got plenty of fuel. Okay. Too many trees, though. Let's get rid of some of those. Alright, fuel comes up. I am now realizing I really should have just used, what are they called? Logistics bots for this. But we've already made it this far. Okay. Trains of rocket fueled up. Beautiful. Stone. Coal. Needs to go to the top of that. Something's... Yeah, there we go. Alright. You, sir, are gonna go to... Uh-oh. You know, it would help if we connect things. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it now? Okay, so I need signal. Regular, chain, regular, chain. Now, where is it telling me it can't go? There we go, that's better. Stone ore load, northwest. Time passed, 180, ore, full cargo. And then you come back to wherever this is. Is this 2 rat? Yes. Empty cargo. That's it. And then this is Brett. Monsieur Brett. So you're going to go to coal ore load. 180 or full. And then you're going to come back. Empty. Okay. So the top one was stone, right? Oh gosh, I already forgot. Think so? Uh-oh. Is it empty? Or is it full? It's full. Okay, good. Cool. Okay, so all of that to get silicon, and then that should hopefully get us red circuits and blue circuits. Oh, you know it would help if I unloaded these. Look at it, wait its turn. Oh gosh, I almost just ran straight into it. Cool. Okay. And there's the coal. Beautiful. We are going to need more than one belt of stone eventually. So it's a very, very large amount. Hopefully we can supply chunks at some point, and that will work out fine. So then we should soon, in a moment, see silicon coming down the line here. Please tell me we didn't screw it up. Yes, okay, good. And then that makes its way over to wafers. A-okay. Nice. Red circuits are going, and blue circuits. Okay. Sweet. So now we just need to deal with the MEMS and the Surmat, which we were really close to having. Oh, that's the wrong block. It's this one. So the Surmat is just a subset of ingredients from here. And a tiny bit of silica, which is really annoying because we don't have an easy way to do that. So I think that, heck, this entire thing, honestly, is just asking for I mean, gosh, that's already double what we need. The throughput here is so low, we're just gonna... Uh-oh. Why is that not working? What happened to my additional pace settings? It's gone. Well, that's weird. Apparently, somehow we lost that one. Given the amount I need of each of these is like 3... or point... what was it? Where is it? 0.3 a second. This is like 5 minutes worth of materials. So that should be fine. Okay, Surmat's done. One more thing, and that is silicon, tungsten, silica, diamond, and copper cable. Now, I guess we might as well use the zirconia from this, and then titanium. We did bring these all the way up here. Oops, I did need the silica though. And then the copper's right there. Okay, so really silica is the only thing I should request. And then the gyroscope. Guess I'll put here. So silicon. Wait, it doesn't need any of that. Should I put this somewhere? I'm a bit worried about the amount of them, because I'm going to need more than one if we're not fully beaconing them. Like, that's only 1 a second. Doesn't even have all the modules. What's this do for me? 2.5? Yeah, that should work. Okay. So then the tungsten should go on a belt with some copper wire. That will be accessible by all 3. That will be, well, I'll grab silicon. Okay. Diamonds and silica. I've really kind of got lazy here, as you can tell. This is bad. Oh gosh, that's the worst. Again, I will happily take a mod. That fixes that. Okay, so we need diamond, cable, cable's done. Silica. Alright, so then requester chest. Tile there. You will be diamonds. Silica. And that should do it. Alright, if all went according to plan, rocket control modules will start spilling out, and it will be beautiful. And bring those down to here. And I don't even know what all this is about. Yes, yes. Rocket control units are accomplished. We hath done it. Well, that's nice. So we've only got one more thing. And that thing is low density structure. Okay, and satellites. But that'll be easy. Low density structure with nanotubes, which we haven't researched yet, but that's okay because it's the same ingredients, just with nanotubes added. And so we'll start without the nanotubes, do the research for the nanotubes, and then add them in. So yeah, we're almost there. I do think I'm going to have to call it an episode there, however. So, as always, for those of you on YouTube, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next episode.